I just want to ask a clarification of Trustee Felice. The parking tickets, that was for April or a longer period?
That said, month-end ticket count.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
that's-
right.
It's got a long period to it.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's not just April?
it's not just April, no.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the meeting, which was about Mr. Dion Hampton's Newsday article about the budget. Actually, all my other questions relate to the budget. All right, so, if I get this straight, let me ask this question. So next year, when the budget is published, and it's going to have
They're going
the,
to publish the way they,
it's going to be the salary level, I guess that was the missing element, right, was the salaries?
yeah, the salaries.
Okay, all right, so that's the net result of all of this. All right, I do want to say something about the budget process that I didn't have a chance to say before, and that is I'm going to advocate, or maybe I did say this before, a little bit more time for the public to participate. I think we had the public itself, and mostly through Betty Seal's cooperation with myself as the head of the Citizens Campaign for Open Village Government. We got the budget to post online, but it's only 4 days before the actual meeting. It's a very short amount of time for the public to actually see that information, and they should have a longer period.
Yeah, a lot of it has to happen is we try to get as close to getting in at least the third quarter financials in place, so we know what we're looking at in terms of reserves going forward and how much we can put in. So it really gets tight. We get very, very tight at the end of March, you know, at the end of that first quarter. So that's what drives it. It doesn't, what's not driving it is us not doing it. We've got probably 3/4 of it done by the beginning of April, and then it's about a 2-week lag until we get those final numbers in,
Okay,
third quarter numbers.
but if I get the calendar straight, the budget still could have been adopted 2 or 3 weeks after it was actually adopted, and still within the time window. No? Yes? No?
No.
I was saying April 15th, but by the time, no later than the 20th, so you were, I think it was
20?
the 20th, and our hearing was, I think, the second week in
They don't allow hearings after that. So we kind of, and that's what we were at that point. Now, I understand your issues, Mr. Bojack, it's something we've attempted to do, and I'll be a little more diligent next year trying to get it out earlier.
All right.
No, I can understand, I think you're correct.
All right, and I would like to say that even now, why can't the village put the budget online now that it's been adopted? As I think Mr. Village does actually. Have you tried to do that? You can?
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Actually, if I could just, as you know, the agenda was not posted, and I
Yes.
think I explained to you about the new computers.
Right.
We did finally find out today that Barbara, who does the updating of the web, needs to upgrade her software because it's not compatible with the new Windows 7.
Okay.
So there's not going to be anything going on the agenda, on the website until we get that new software installed.
Okay.
Which could be a few weeks.
It could be a few weeks, but you know, I want to say that I've had to learn many skills as managing a website, the Facebook page. We do have a link to the budget. We have scanning abilities. We've got it scanned. I can send you that link and maybe that will help.
Well, you don't have to send it.
No?
We can figure out how to do it. It's not.
Okay. I wasn't sure what the village's capabilities were. All right, 2 other budget questions and I'm done. I just want to clarify something about the garbage pickup rates. At the budget hearing, I believe I and maybe Mr. Kemp as well raised the issue of studying contracting out. And the treasurer's not here. I think he reported there had been a study done some years ago. I did request a copy of the study and apparently it
It
doesn't
was something
exist.
that we did,
Or
it was a yellow pad study, it wasn't something that we brought a consultant in. We sat down with contractors and did the numbers. There's nothing formal that was ever submitted to the board. It was discussed by members of the board. But when you, maybe I shouldn't call it, I should call it a study, I should call it a review, I should call it a, what was much more than a conversation.
exploration.
But the other thing is and, yeah, we went to Maggio's, we went to a number of the corridors and asked what the cost would be. Then we married that to the cost of the budget. And when we got the numbers, it didn't make it. It didn't, to take away the services we have, it would have been, we would have lost more services than we would have gained. We would have gained some dollars, between law services.
All right, so that explains that, but let me ask you, I looked at the website for the town of Brookhaven, their rates are substantially cheaper than the village. Why doesn't that factor into this?
Because they don't do a lot of the things that we do. You know, if you want to start bagging your leaves, you can start doing those kinds of things. If you want to start taking your own shrub and brush to the dumps, you can start doing those kinds of things. Those are some of the costs that are picked up in this, just as in a highway department function. Some of that money gets transferred over to the highway department to do those kinds of pickups that we do. The Wednesday pickups, give a call, you can put in there anything out on a curb and let it go. So when you look at the numbers and you start adding those things back in, or do you lose them, that's a decision that has to be determined.
All right, so that's up to the public.
What about snow?
Yeah.
The highway guys are part of the snow crews. You know, so I mean, it's not just what you put in the garbage can and what you put in the recycling can. There are the other functions that these men handle also.
Well, I'm not advocating abolishing the old department.
No.
Garbage fees.
Well, one of the things at the very beginning of the meeting, I talked about workers' comp. And part of the issue with workers' comp comes out of that department. Because it is a very physically difficult job to do.
Right.
And we've had a number of men come up, wanting to complain, let's put it that way, when fellas were 38, 40 years old, just had a hip replacement. He's been doing the garbage truck for 15 years, since he was like 18 years old, 19 years old. And I think as we're getting off the truck, banging to the road, dragging cans from backyards, I mean, that's the part of it that you're looking to. We may have to make some sort of substantial changes. I mean, for me, the joy is on a Tuesday morning to lay in bed and hit a garbage truck come down the road and say, I didn't forget to take my can out. You know, but we have to look at that as to how physically debilitating it is. And I mean, up until 2 years ago, the workers' comp was about $30,000. We're up $100,000 from that. We've had a couple of injuries specifically related to that.
And my last and final question.
Yeah.
It's a clarification question. The tax socialities that were approved was
Yes.
in the amount of $334,000 initially, and then I think last meeting was $400,000.
Yeah, there was another
That's for
70.
legal fees?
No. There was one other one. There was-
Yeah, thank you for always looking out for me, though.
We hide his legal fees. No, there was one more added to it.
There's a,
Yeah, I
okay.
think it was 77,000. I can't think of who it is, but there was one addition.
So it's altogether is actually the $400,000.
Yeah, the 400,000. So
All right.
I realized that when I was giving it out and doing it, that it hadn't added the warning when you were called and we talked about it.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
And those all will be paid prior to the end of this budget year.
Right.
We've done this.